to Nigeria. Of course, as you may probably be aware, we have started and run the practice. The Nigerian Immigration Service has opened their portal to it. But you know, like any other policy, once you start, you always have room for adjustment. It wouldn't just start from day one and it will be automatic and you click and it works. We have noticed some areas that we needed to improve, particularly in terms of security. It's very, very important we know who are coming into the country. It's not just investment, but the rate at which terrorism has been spreading across. You might open the portal for investors to come in, but you will still have some bad guys out there who will take advantage of this. So the Nigerian immigration, in collaboration with other security agencies, are working to see how we can improve and take care of this area. So also in Africa, we have had so many countries that had indicated interest, they want to do it on reciprocity. Yes, we agreed it will be, but then we needed to also make sure that our facilities are ready and that our own system is ready to accommodate, because we already have over 250 million. We already have our own challenges with infrastructure, so we want to make sure that before you invite everybody to come in, we also have something in place for everybody to come, so that once you come, especially the business environment, it's been very, very encouraging for us to see that a lot of companies have indicated interest, particularly after the inauguration of President Tinubu. When we were in Paris at the Summit for Financing Pact, it was very, very encouraging to see the number of heavy companies that were coming to ask more information. This was made possible because of two things, probably three. One, the issue of harmonization of our exchange rate. I'm sure you are all beneficiaries of this policy. For a very long time, we have had the black market and the official rate. And now that we have one standard exchange rate, every investor can come in and invest and then take their profit with that same margin. And then the removal of fuel subsidy. We all know how much we have fought over the years to struggle and see how we can manage fuel subsidy. Several attempts have been made in the past to get rid of it, but it hasn't been easy for the government. And thankfully, like the president said, it wasn't initially on his inaugural speech. It was only after mounting the podium he was possessed by courage, and he just pronounced it. And today we are all happy about it, because removing fuel subsidy means releasing about 3 trillion naira of money that has been held by a small group of people in the name of providing fuel subsidy to them. Now it is believed that these savings will now go back to the community, back to the society through investment in infrastructure, road networks, medical facilities, and so many sectors, particularly agric. So this has told or indicated that the international community, that Nigeria is ready for business. And that is the message that was delivered in Paris. So you, as representatives of Nigeria abroad, please carry this same message that Nigeria is ready for business. Of course, you must have had an engagement with the NIPC, the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. It's a one-stop shop where you can have your business registered and all your questions answered. If you have not, try within this short period that you are going to be here. You facilitate that. Take them there. They will give you a very, very good explanation of what they have been doing, what they have achieved, and what is the way forward. In terms of investment, we have no limit. We have opened everywhere, be it agri, industry, manufacturing, solid minerals, social services, telecommunication in particular. So the message is Nigeria is open for business. On the issue of visa, like I said, we are working on that. We have test run with some countries. It is working, but we need to improve. And like I said, the major challenge is trying to know who is coming in. We cannot just open our borders to everybody. We need to know who and who are coming. Background check is very, very important. And I don't think our visa policy has been rigid. We have had instructions right from former President Obasanjo that visa, once we are sure of who is coming, is within 48 hours. And I can assure you, in all our embassies, 48 hours is the minimum that visas can be processed, max maybe 3 days, 4 days, so long as there is no local objection. You know, for visas to be approved, there must be clearance, there must be security clearance, there must be certain documents that immigration services across the world have agreed these are the minimum that you provide to enter a country. And even if you meet all the criteria, it is the prerogative of that country to admit you. Getting a visa does not guarantee you entry. Anything can happen at the border. But we have been very, very friendly on that. We hardly turn people away at the point of entry, because we believe our offices abroad are doing this background check and they are giving us good information before the approval is granted. Your message is very clear. We will pursue it and we will continue to work with NIDO in Diaspora. And I think this is another area. I'm just being reminded that you raised the issue of diaspora voting. We have all agitated for that. In fact, I am one of those who have been campaigning on your behalf from the diplomatic angle. That the total number of Nigerians we have abroad are enough to elect a state governor in the country, right?
Yeah.
So we cannot ignore the number. But as you know, election is, I don't know how many of you know about the classification of responsibilities of the federal, states, and local governments, right? We have the concurrent, we have the exclusive, and then we have the residual. Elections is coming under which of the three?
Residual.
Exactly. So it's exclusively a federal government issue, and it's a constitutional matter.
Yeah.
For that to happen, we need to amend the Constitution.
Yeah.
Amending the Constitution means getting memorandums, taking it to the National Assembly, getting that is really 2/3 of the states' houses of assembly of the states. So you have a lot of work to do. You have to sensitize the Nigerian citizens across the states, sensitize the National Assembly. You present your request. It will be considered at the state House of Reps. It will go to the Senate. It will go to the states. So it's not just the president that will say allow them to vote. This is a process that you have to initiate from the diaspora. You come to INEC. INEC will now call all stakeholders. It's not too late. You can still start, but I'm just giving you a general idea of how much the process involves. So anytime you are ready, we are here. We will do our best as government to make sure that your votes are count and they are counted, and they will count. Thank you very much. Like I said, I still have another meeting.